Thanks. So we can start now officially. Thanks everyone for joining this award ceremony of the UN Datathon 2023. I'm really happy to see you all. Today we will present the awards to the winning teams of overall of the 2023 UN Datathon and also of the special awards and regional awards. It has been quite a journey for us and for you. So the preparations for this UN Datathon started many months ago, sometime in our Northern Hemisphere summer last year in 2023. And we did a lot of advertisement for this UN Datathon, and we were really happy to see about 500 teams signed up for this Datathon. We had about those 500 teams had about 2,000 teams members in total, and they came from around 110 countries and territories. So really amazing, a really amazing crowd for this UN Datathon, and we are really proud that so many people signed up for this UN Datathon. The teams in the end submitted around 150 solutions, and we saw a great variety of solutions and coming from all continents, as you will see later on. I would also just like to take this opportunity to thank again all our on-site locations which we had, in addition to the possibility to participate virtually in the UN Datathon. So we had on-site locations in Geneva, Switzerland, in Kigali, Rwanda, in Dubai, in the UAE, in Brisbane, Australia, and of course, our main location for last year's Datathon in Montevideo, Uruguay. We had during the Datathon also the help, apart from all the people who were putting this together in the months before the Datathon, we also had the help from about 50 mentors and also afterwards, after the Datathon, the help of 25 judges who were looking at all the solutions that you had submitted. I would also like to thank already for the help of many governmental and private sector partners. I will now not list all those names because there have been quite a lot of them, but you can go to the UN Datathon 2023 website and have a look there at our list of partners, and you will see who helped us in this. So without any further ado from my side, I will now hand over to our three speakers for some short opening remarks before we proceed with the announcement of the awards and the presentation of the top 3 solutions of this year's or last year's actually UN Datathon. So we will start now with Ashwell Yanniker, who's the Deputy Statistician General of South Africa and acting chair of the UN Committee of Experts on Big Data and Data Science. Ashwell, over to you.
Thank you very much, Alexander. So I'm actually the Deputy Director General of Statistics South Africa, but Deputy Statistician General sounds much nicer, so I'll take that. Thanks, Alexander. So at statistics organizations, we collect data. We collect data for policymakers and for society at large. And I mean data about society, social data, data about the economy, and data about the environment. I mean, the flagship of these is the census. We conduct a census here in South Africa once every 10 years. And what's interesting is last year, for example, we produced 275 reports. So almost every working day, we bring out a statistical report. But there's a problem. There's an issue. The issue with official statistics is that it's almost like looking at the rear view mirror of a car. So we always look at what happened last month, last quarter, or last year. And if you can think back what happened during COVID, if an ambulance picked you up at home, he needed to know where is their place in a hospital. And sometimes when a patient needed oxygen, we needed to know which hospitals have got oxygen. The official statistics doesn't give us that. There's many other emerging issues, like, for example, food security, now that we've got all these climate changes around the world. And farmers needs to know when there's droughts, what do you plant where? What crops yields better? And statistics, official statistics doesn't always give the right data at the right time. And that's why we're forming all these partnerships with international agencies, or statistics agencies around the globe, academia, the private sector, and all these people involved in data science and data science initiatives, because that could shed light on issues that official statistics might not necessarily be able to shed light. So I'm very excited about today. I mean, as you can see from the presenters here, most of them are a bit graying. I mean, I avoid that by cutting off my hair. But it's exciting to have younger people. I mean, young data scientists from around the globe that takes part in this datathon, because you bring a new perspective, you bring a new way of looking at things. And when these things comes, we've got new ways of how we can look at climate control, how we can look at solving the issues of the youth. I mean, unemployment is a big issue for us here in South Africa, and it would be interesting to see what sort of data is available that could shed light on those things. Now, I just want to say thank you. I mean, to all the thousands and thousands of young statisticians that participated right throughout the world in the UN Datathon. And I mean, a special word of thanks to the following people. I mean, for all the colleagues in the United Nations Statistics Division. Ronald, you and your team, you've done sterling works to ensure that this happens. To the colleague who works with us in the UN Committee of Experts on Big Data and Data Science for official statistics. Very thank you to all those. It's a thankless job because you have to do that in addition to doing all the work that you're getting paid to do. So we're extremely helpful for that. And a special word of thanks to the National Office of Uruguay, the National Statistics Office of Uruguay, the regional hub in Rwanda, United Arab Emirates, the regional hub there, the regional hub in Brazil, and then the global hub in China. For all the colleagues on the UN Youth Group and everyone else who have been working with us to make the Datathon happen. It's exciting, it's new, it's fresh, and we are extremely happy that we could do that right throughout the world. And then to all the teams that participated, that looked at new data solutions to improve the life of people right across the globe and to make sure that we leave no one behind, whether it's people in urban areas or whether it's people in rural areas. And we want to say thank you for all of you who made this possible and for all of you who participate. Thank you, Alexander.
Thanks so much, Ashwell, for your remarks. I will hand over, if possible, Ronald. I know you're scheduled actually third, but Jugratna asked me if you could go second. So I would hand over to Ronald Yansen, the Director of the Data Innovation and Capacity Branch of the UN Statistics Division here in New York. Please, Ronald, you go next. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Alex. Thank you also very much, Ashwell, for your kind words. Yeah, so we've been organizing the Datathon from the statistical community. And as Ashwell indicated, we really like to partner with many people in society to see that we get relevant and trusted information to all of us to help us find solutions for the many issues and challenges that we have in our society. I would like to start by thanking especially the core team who has been doing this work. Alex indicated it. It has been many months that we've been working at a weekly schedule on this Datathon. So since July last year, we've done this. So I'd like to thank the core team, which is Alex, Sean was there, Jayu, Umaima, Abhijit from the youth group, Marky, Clarence, Maria. Those are all colleagues from the UN Statistics Division in New York. And just want to call them out because they've been really doing a great job making this happen. But there have been many more who contributed to this Datathon, which, as you know and you have seen over the months, is a bigger event. I think we had about 9 webinars, either informing or training the participants. So all of those who contributed to that, special thanks to them. Ashwell already mentioned for the Datathon, which physically had its center in Montevideo, Uruguay. We'll thank our colleagues from the NSO Uruguay to be very helpful there, and some of the local organizations in Geneva, Dubai, Brisbane, Hangzhou, and Kigali. Yes, and from support from the private sector, as we mentioned, we like to partner with them, and the private sector has shown that they also like to volunteer and contribute their time to our courses. And I will call out here our colleagues from Esri, AWS, and Oblivious who have been helping us in this Datathon. But today is to celebrate the winners, and we're going to see who they are in a few minutes on many categories. The theme of the UN Datathon 2023 was around the 6 transitions to help implementing the Sustainable Development Goals. Those 6 transitions are food security, education, digital connectivity, energy access, jobs and social protection, and last but not least, the climate change, biodiversity, and pollution. Those are all areas, of course, which are important in society and where we really would like to see if we can find additional solutions, additional services for people to improve lives. So those are critical issues for the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is still priority number 1 of the United Nations. Wherever we from the UN Secretariat in New York, wherever we go to events, the Sustainable Development Goals are priority number 1. Many data solutions we have seen, which you have provided, are applicable at local level, and I think that's something that we really like, because in the end it is about, as also Ashwell say, is for leaving no one behind. This concerns every individual, where we want to improve life of people and the planet. So we were impressed with all of these submissions. I want to congratulate all of the teams who made submissions. I also hope that you have made contacts with other teams around the world and that you keep that contact going. I hope that that might also be one of the outcomes of this event. As Alex indicated, we had 110 different people from 110 different countries. That really spreads all around the globe. And if you can work together over time, I think that is a big plus coming out of this Datathon. But I'll stop here, and I think everyone wants to go to the announcement of the winners. Alex, I'll go to you.
No, yeah, before we do that, actually, I would like to hand over to Yugratna Srivastava. I hope I did not butcher your name too badly. So Yugratna is organizing partner of the UN Major Group on Children and Youth of the United Nations, and she is also a graduate student at Columbia University School of International and Public Affairs. Yugatna, I'll hand over to you right now.
Thank you so much, Alexander, and it's such a pleasure to be here with this group. My apologies that our science policy interface focal point, Barbara, couldn't make it today because of some issues at her end, and I'm very delighted to speak here very quickly on behalf of the Major Group for Children and Youth. MGCY serves as a universal youth constituency that engages more than 10,000 youth organizations and young people in over 60 intergovernmental and over 200 multi-stakeholder processes at the UN. Science Policy Platform, our SPI constituency specifically works very closely and is mandated to follow the process on Technology Facilitation Mechanism, TFM, and the whole STI discourse that's happening in the UN, and has been a co-organizer of this Datathon for the last few years. And it has been really a huge opportunity and also an important method to shape the future discourse of what statistics mean for young people and mean to young people. From what I understand, that this year there were over 120 teams at Datathon, in which 58 were considered as youth teams, which is almost half of the final teams that submitted solutions this year. And these solutions ranged from innovative data-driven applications, tools or statistical models, to even helping drive implementation of SDGs. Some examples included how we can use geospatial data to improve agriculture sustainability in Uganda, how we can empower local farmers with prediction of extreme weather, predicting forest fires from sparse data, and many, many other such helpful ways of helping the society and planet at large. The teams had 3 to 5 members, from what I understand, that could be researchers and students. So we are really pleased that over almost half of the teams were classified as youth teams. I also want to stress upon really the importance of this Datathon and the work that different partners here are doing, especially in 2024, as we're moving towards the Summit of the Future, where one of the key themes has been STI and the Global Digital Compact, which is currently being negotiated by member states. And it's extremely important that we do have clear recommendations and recommendations that represent a people-centric solutions. We also want to highlight that when we look at statistics, we understand and never forget that these are not a theoretical exercise, but this is actually about people and biodiversity and the planet that we are referring to behind many of these statistics. When it comes to young people not only provide new and fresh solutions, but they also champion a strong accountability, and it is pretty much about them. The statistics that we often see today in many of these crises, especially the planetary crises, the young and future generations are on front lines to be affected by them. Therefore, the discourse on this has to be led by young people along with different partners, and we are very grateful that we have had that cooperation in this Datathon today. We also want to highlight that it is not enough to just engage young people. So we should think of this Datathon and the future Datathons as sort of a first step to empower them and make sure that young people are then meaningfully engaged throughout the year as they implement these solutions and are able to follow up on the work that they are doing and being integrated in a more meaningful manner with the different partners that are there. At the end, we just want to mention that as we prepare for this year's Summit of the Future and the review of different goals at HLPF, which are all the SDGs that were identified as the ones that have least progress. If you read the Secretary General's SDG progress report that came out last year, SDG 1, 2, 16, and 13 have been identified those that need most support and funding into this year. Let's not forget that means of implementations or MOIs cross-cut the various SDGs and the implementation of 2030 agenda. And in that context, Major Group for Children and Youth stands ready to build more inclusive and equitable partnerships to reach those that are most at risk of being left behind and to uphold the rights of future generations. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Yuganda, also to you. And now it's really time to go to the announcement of the awards. So we will start with the awards by UN region. And for that, let me try to share my screen. So we will first have a look at the awards by region and then the special awards. After that, we will have 3 short presentations by the top 3 teams in a random order. But let me now start with the presentation of the best teams by UN regions. And we will start.
Alex,
yes.
I think we should mention that teams can have more than one award. I think something like that should also be.
Yes. Thanks very much. Yeah, so this is an important point. So yeah, a team can win several awards when they had qualified for those awards. So it could be that a top team from a region or a top team overall also wins the award for the best youth team or the best student team or the award for the best solution using AIS data or privacy enhancing technologies. Thanks, Ronald, for this very important clarification. So we will start now with the best team from Asia, excluding Middle East. And we are very happy to announce that the winner is the team for SCAR1 from Indonesia. FOSCAR1 has done a project empowering local farmers with prediction of extreme weather, which provides a website that offers information on predicting extreme weather in their area through statistical analysis, enabling proactive prevention measures and facilitating communication among farmers for sharing updates, advice, and inspiration. Congratulations to the team from Indonesia for SCAR1. So we now move on to the best team from Europe. And the best team from Europe was UN Mercatorians, from a team of staff members of the United Nations from 3 different agencies. So UNICEF, which is working with children, the UN Development Program, UNDP, and UNICC. Their project, What Boats and the News Can Tell Us About People's Future Access to Food, utilizes AIS vessel tracking data from boats and news data from GDELT to employ machine learning-driven analytics, providing advanced insights for effective crisis response and sustainable solutions in the Horn of Africa. Congratulations to UN Mercatorians, best team from Europe. We continue now with the best team from Latin America and the Caribbean. And the winner there was Dados Arge from Brazil. Their project FoodNet Systems aims to combat food insecurity by developing a recommendation system that strategically prioritizes locations and establishes regional logistic hubs, optimizing the distribution of food supplies to local support centers and enhancing overall efficiency in food distribution logistics. Congratulations to Datos Arge from Brazil. Now we come to the best team from the region Middle East and Northern Africa, or as we call it, MENA. The winner of that region is Team Globe from the United Arab Emirates. Congratulations. So their project, FSAS House, provides a platform for locating sustainable and affordable housing, utilizing data-driven insights to balance costs with essential amenities such as healthcare, education, and food supply, empowering users to make informed decisions that enrich their lives. Congratulations to Team Globe. So we now move on to the best team from North America, which includes Mexico, because Mexico is included in Latin America and Caribbean. And the winner from North America is Terrier Data from the United States. Their project, Air Pulse Jakarta, is an interactive web application utilizing machine learning algorithms and geospatial data to offer real-time insights into healthcare readiness, particularly bed availability correlated with air quality fluctuations, thereby addressing the healthcare challenges posed by the severe air pollution in Jakarta and fostering community engagement for informed decision-making and public awareness. Congratulations again to Terrier Data. We now come to the best team from Oceania, Australia, and New Zealand. And the winner there is Downunder Data Wizards from Australia. Congratulations. So their project, Bridging the Energy Gap, utilizes high-resolution satellite imaging data to strategically identify global locations for solar farm installation, addressing the lack of electricity for over 600 million people and providing a transformative solution to close the global energy divide. Congratulations again to the team Downunder Data Wizards from Australia. So we continue now with the best team from Sub-Saharan Africa. And the winner there is Ghana Statistical Service Data Science Team from Ghana, of course, as the name says. Their project, Local Access to Information in Ghana, addresses the limited access to information in certain districts by implementing localized SDG indicators, a novel access to information index, AII, and an interactive tool to monitor and improve local access, crucial for unleashing the transformative potential of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda. Congratulations again also to the Ghana Statistical Service Data Science team. So these were the awards by region. Congratulations to everyone. Really amazing solutions. We will now continue with the best student team. The best student team, or the award for the best student team, is awarded to teams which fully consist of university students, either at the undergraduate or graduate level. And the award goes to, struggling with my computer, to Terrier Data from Boston University, United States of America. We have already explained what their solution was about, and therefore continue directly with the best youth team. So the award for the best youth team goes to the Ghana Statistical Service Data Science team. Congratulations. So youth teams consist of where all members are below our definition of age of youth. So congratulations to this team for winning this award. We will now continue with two other awards on best visualization and best presentation. The award for best visualization goes to a solution which has the best visualization of the data in form of infographics, dashboards, or similar. And this award goes to also the Ghana Statistical Service Data Science team. Congratulations. As we have mentioned, one team can win several awards. We will now go to the award for best presentation. So this is for solutions and submissions with the best overall presentation and storytelling in form of videos and story maps or presentation slides. And the award for best presentation goes to Ghana Statistical Service Data Science team once more. Congratulations again for this. So after the awards for best presentation, we have two more awards before we come to the presentation of the top 3 teams. So the next award is for the best privacy enhancing technology solution. And I would like, after I announce the winner of this award, Ali Rizvi from Oblivious to say a few words. I hope he's online because I didn't check. But the best privacy enhancing technologies solution goes to Benderos from Uruguay. Congratulations. So their solution or their project, Resilience Sim, safeguarded insights into coping strategies, introduces an advanced simulator using differential privacy to safeguard individual data, generating a detailed histogram of coping strategies employed by communities during environmental shocks, with broad applicability for enhancing humanitarian and disaster relief efforts while preserving data privacy. Let me check. Yeah, I see Ali on the screen. Ali, over
Yes.
to you.
And you can all hear me properly, yes?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations to Team Penteros. We are very, very excited to announce a special prize for you, which is you have been given a scholarship to come to the Differential Privacy Bootcamp that is being organized at the University of Oxford. The Differential Privacy Bootcamp will be a 6-day immersive event in March this year. It will bring together a select group of data scientists from around the world to work together to get hands-on experience of differential privacy, responsible data science, and trustworthy artificial intelligence. You will collaborate with each other to build differential privacy primitives by integrating Python libraries and deploying large language models in secure enclaves and trusted execution environments. And we are super excited to see all of you in Oxford very soon. And congratulations again on building such an incredible solution during the Datathon. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Ali, for this and also for providing this really amazing prize for the winners of the best solution using privacy enhancing technologies. Thank you. I will continue now with the prize for the award for the best solution using AIS data. For AIS data is data which provides information about the position of vessels, boats on the oceans. So the best solution using AIS data, this award goes to UN Meritorians, the team which is comprised by UN staffers from UNICEF, UNDP, UNICC. I spoke also with Marky, our colleague here at UNSD, and he confirmed, or it's my understanding, that you will receive as a prize for the best solution using AIS data, complementary access to the UN global platform and the AIS data for 1 year. Congratulations to you, UN Meritorians. Great job. And now I will unshare my screen, because now we come to the presentation of the top 3 teams. So we will now have very short presentations by those top 3 teams. We will start with the team Downunder Data Wizards. So this is in random order. I want to underline, right? So James, let me hand over
Alex.
to you.
Yes,
go
hopefully
ahead.
you can you see my screen?
Yeah, looks good.
Wonderful. Awesome. Hi all, my name is James and I'm part of the Downunder Data Wizards team. And yes, Downunder means we're an Australian team. The 5 of us are from 4 different university research groups, and we came together as part of a Datathon event put on by the Australian Data Science Network. Our solution is called Bridging the Energy Gap, illuminating the path from darkness to solar brilliance. We're tackling a crucial issue, transitioning to clean, affordable energy. This problem continues to widen the inequality between developed and developing countries. For example, in sub-Saharan Africa and other low-income regions, 675 million people lack reliable energy. Addressing these energy needs will benefit a number of areas of development, including agriculture, communication, and healthcare, to name a few. Although solar panel is the cheapest source of power in many parts of the world, in Africa, for example, only 1% of this has been capitalized. Now, the solution is not to build solar panels anywhere and everywhere. We need to understand where solar farms will be most efficient and which parts of the globe stand to benefit the most. Our first key innovation was the power ratio metric. As a measure of solar efficiency, the power ratio is the amount of energy generated per unit area. We applied a spatial random forest algorithm to predict the power potential of over 1 million locations across the globe. To do this, we used publicly available satellite data, including ground slope, solar potential, and forest coverage, along with information on over 12,000 existing solar farms. However, this is only part of the story. Consider the circled areas representing East Africa and Central China. These regions have high population density, but almost no nightlight, indicating a significant energy need in these regions. Thus, our second key innovation is the energy accessibility gap metric. This measures the discrepancy between population density and nightlight. The final component of our solution is an interactive spatial platform that overlays our 2 metrics. This platform provides a clear, user-friendly interface for identifying key areas for solar development. Our solution to clean energy and inequality is data-driven and scalable. Today, we've only scratched the surface. In the future, we envisage a dynamic and customizable data framework that can seamlessly integrate local knowledge and other user inputs in real time. Our solution enables community-driven, sustainable development. Together, we're lighting up the world, one solar panel at a time. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, James, and to all the team from Downunder Data Wizards. Really amazing work that you have done, and you truly deserve to be one of the top 3 teams of the UN Datathon 2023. Thanks so much. I would like now to hand over to Pedro. Pedro from the team Dados AG from Brazil. Please, Pedro, present your work.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys all see it? Is it working?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay,
Thanks.
perfect. So, hello, everyone. My name is Pedro Paixão, and I'm here to present a project, FoodNet System, addressing food insecurity through strategic prioritization and distribution from the Dados RJ team. Our team is composed of 3 people, which are José Hudson de Oliveira Jr., Madalena Alves dos Santos, and me. Our team is from the state of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, and this is the second most populous Brazilian state, with more than 16 million people. Following recent research from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, more than half of the population of the state lived with some level of food insecurity. And looking specifically at the severe cases, we know that more than 3 million people went hungry in the state only in 2023. Among the actions undertaken to fight this problem, food distribution appears to be one of the most important. However, in the process of developing food assistance policies, several questions arise. So, who are the most affected by food insecurity? How to allocate resources properly? How to guarantee that food arrives at those who need it the most as quickly as possible, and many others. And these are indeed very challenging questions whose complexity is increased by 2 factors, so inefficient logistics and a lack of data-driven decision-making. Considering this scenario, we developed the FoodNet system, a solution comprising 2 integrated products, an interactive dashboard and a recommendation system. Our goal here is to estimate food insecurity indicators and optimize the food distribution operators of the state using data. First, we have our dashboard, which allows us to visualize the state of food insecurity in different cities, showing previous and current demand for food assistance in each region. The data is 100% open and was treated using a Python script. As a result, we have an easy-to-access, interactive platform, allowing citizens and decision makers to monitor the food insecurity situation in their communities, which can, of course, afterwards be used to support data-informed policies. We know that this is a crucial first step to visualize data, but we know that addressing these complexities of food insecurities goes way beyond setting indicators. We need to ensure fair access for all, and particularly in remote areas with logistical challenges, which is really important in a country as big as Brazil. A strategic solution in this case lies in establishing logistics hubs and warehouses that can foster distribution across regions, enhancing the impact of these food distribution policies. While having hubs, warehouses, and food distribution centers in every city is an ideal scenario, the reality of cost constraints requires a different, more pragmatic approach. We should open a fewer number of facilities, but more efficiently. With this in mind, we developed a recommendation system to propose optimal locations for these new hubs. Our system comprises 3 parts. First, in parameterization, the user defines how many logistics hubs should be created and what their intended coverage radius is. Then a mathematical model based on linear programming is called, and using these food insecurity indicators beforehand. Finally, after the model is called, optimal solutions for the model are printed, and suggested locations for new hubs are shown. The code for first version of the model can be found in our Jupyter notebook. We invite you to look at our GitHub to find more details on the algorithm, but as an example, the figure shows how would be the solution for opening 8 new facilities, each covering an area with a radius of 30 kilometers. Also, some of the proposed solutions were included in the dashboard so that the user can easily see how they would behave for different parameters. So this is our project. We are aware it's far from being a solution to all issues, but we believe it's a step in a positive direction. Thank you all to the team, to the Datathon organizers for this amazing event, and also thank you for everyone lending an ear. We appreciate your support. Thanks.
Thanks so much, Pedro. Thanks to the team Datos AG from Brazil for this amazing solution. You also, of course, very much deserve to be among the top 3 teams of this UN Datathon 2023. And I will hand over now to Simon. Simon from the Ghana Statistical Service Data Science team to present their solution. Simon, if you want to share your screen, and go ahead.
Thank you very much, Alex. If I can be heard, good morning, the world, good morning, Africa. My name is Simon, and I'm presenting on behalf of the Ghana Statistical Service Data Science team. I bring you greetings from Ghana Statistical Service, Ghana in West Africa. Basically, our solution focused on localizing SDG indicators and making effort to compute the Novel Access to Information Index. So the point we're making is simple, that the local policymakers have access to information, tracking the performance of SDG indicators in their local areas. The resounding answer is no. And the reason is, even if information is available, are they able to access the information to know the performance of these SDG indicators in their local areas? Local access to information is limited across the world, and in particularly in Ghana. And we're going to demonstrate this with an example where you will see information aggregated at a national level, painting a very good picture, but disaggregating these indicators to the locality level, you realize that some localities have been left behind. And highlighting what Ashwell indicated, if we intend not to leave any locality behind, then it is important that we localize indicators instead of looking at indicators at aggregated level if our goal is to achieve the SDGs. Now, this is our solution. We're localizing SDG indicator using both census data and non-traditional data sources. And then we computed a Novel Access to Information Index novel because it is the first of its kind. And then we're making this Access to Information Index adjustable and also adaptable, such that other areas can adopt it. So if you look at our result, this is what we have presented. We have school enrollment presented at the national level for Ghana. And in Ghana, we are realizing that school enrollment stand at 87%. With this particular index, we can say Ghana is doing well when it comes to school enrollment. But when we disaggregate these enrollment figures to district levels, we are having a district doing as low as 40%, and this is worrying. So if we intend to achieve SDGs, then localizing the indicators becomes more prominent, such that we don't focus on the aggregate, but the disaggregate gives us a very good picture. Another challenge is information is not readily available if our focus is going to be on the traditional data sources. We intend that let us provide indicators using other data sources like the non-traditional data. So the team put together information from the NatLight data source and also complementing that with the census data, that is the Ghana Statistical Service census that was conducted in 2021. And basically what we are presenting is to see areas in Ghana that do not have access to electricity. And using the census data and that of the NatLight data sources, we are seeing that there is a replica in terms of areas where there is electricity and areas where there is no electricity. This is bringing out an information that we shouldn't always rely on traditional data sources like the census, which have a long period to be conducted over a 10-year period. Here in Ghana, we conduct census every 10 years. And if you have to wait for a 10-year period to conduct data to measure SDG indicators, that is going to be worrying. So we can rely on non-traditional data sources like we did, the NatLight data, to be able to present and measure SDG indicators such that we're able to track progress of these indicators. We proceeded to compute an access to information index, and this index is going to help us to know areas where access to information is limited. We use 4 indicators. We have score of population within 10 kilometers to school, score of population within 5 kilometers, score of school enrollment age, and score of population living in areas based on NatLight satellite data. So basically all we did was to compute an index, and depending on how important this particular indicator is to a particular locality, you can adjust these particular indicators to see the level of access to information of that particular locality. And this is an interactive tool. Once you navigate through it, you're able to rank these districts to see which district has high access to information depending on the particular indicator. Now, the point we are putting across with our solution is that areas that are underperforming in terms of SDG indicators are the areas that really have low access to information. So therefore, information really needs to be localized such that we'll be able to track and monitor SDG indicators at the locality level. So these are our data sources and the tools that were adopted in putting together our solution. And this is the team: myself, Simon Tichutabo Nilmo, Femke Vanderbos, Lawrence Smith, Peter Nlaro, and Ahmed Salim. Thank you very much. And we're so much grateful for the UN Datathon organizers, everybody watching live around the world. And we so much appreciate the opportunity that has been given to data science. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon. Thanks for this amazing presentation as well. And also you, of course, deserve to be among the top 3 teams of this year's UN Datathon. So again, I would like to point out that the presentations were given in a random order. So again, these are the top 3 teams overall. And we will now announce the overall second prize, or sorry, the overall second place of the UN Datathon 2023, and then the overall first place. So the overall second place of the UN Datathon 2023 goes to Downunder Data Wizards from Australia. Congratulations once more to you and your team, Fayan, James, Sundance, Janice, and David. Congratulations for the second place in the UN Datathon 2023. And now we move on to the announcement of the first place in this year's UN Datathon. So first place overall in the UN Datathon 2023 goes to Ghana Statistical Service Data Science Team. Congratulations, Simon, Laurent, Peter, Ahmed, and Femke. Congratulations. Amazing job. And I will now hand over to Ronald, who will announce the grand prize of the UN Datathon 2023. Let me.
Thank you.
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. Thank you, Alex, and congratulations to the winning teams. Yeah, first of all, congratulations to the team of the Ghana Statistical Service Data Science Team. It was an amazing presentation. All right, there you go. There you go. Well done. I also want to indicate that for the first prize, we will get 3 people from your team, from the team of the Ghana Statistical Service, to the World Data Forum in Medellin from 11th to 14th of November. So we will, as the winning team, you'll be able to come to Colombia, and we also make a time and space that you can present your presentation there in Colombia at the World Data Forum. So congratulations for that. Also, still congratulations to all of the other teams. And I wanted to also re-emphasize something we've said earlier on, is that we will have further look at the data solutions which have been submitted, and we will see if we can partner you with either an academic or private sector or another institution to see if you can work further on your solution. So we will make some effort for all of the teams. to see if that solution can be taken further, especially for those teams who have today been announced as winners, either in the region, as youth teams, or otherwise. So congratulations to all. Another congratulations to the team from Ghana. Great work, and we will get you in to Colombia towards the end of this year to make your presentation there. Thank you.
Thank you, Ronald. Thanks to everyone who participated today, to all the winners. And just one final remark, you will find the recording of today's award ceremony online on our UN Datathon 2023 website. And we will also post these presentations of all the solutions which have won today on our website. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining. And that's it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.